But how difficult is the job for the defense at this point? And are you expecting them to lean heavily into Vallow's cult-like beliefs?
Yeah, so Natasha, when this trial started, I was, of course, it's a circumstantial case, but I was looking for more of a direct link between Lori and these sort of overt acts in the indictment, because it's not just a charge of murder, it's also conspiracy to murder. And now I think we're seeing that she's sinking in lies and these sort of outlandish cult beliefs and events that are all leading to death, right? The defense is interesting, the strategy here. I think they're, on the one hand, they're distinguishing a Jesus-loving LDS practitioner, in the church, from a cult follower of Chad's, right? On the other hand, there are some witnesses that they really should have cross-examined, at least asked a few follow-up questions, and they just did not ask any questions. And so it tells me sometimes as lawyers, when the facts are really bad, we just leave bad alone. They must have known that the particular witnesses, for example, the babysitter, would not give them the facts that they're trying to elicit. And in that scenario, we just sort of let it go and hope that the witness gets off the stand as quickly as possible. But I expect and I hope that the defense in their case are going to lean more heavily, not just into distinguishing between cult and religion, but also this idea of cult indoctrination and manipulation. How heavily, maybe bringing in experts or something, that it was Chad an influence on Lori. Because one of the things that I think was probably the worst piece of evidence this past week was the jail call between her oldest son, Colby, and her, which was recorded, and Colby testified to it. It was almost akin to the kennel video in Murdoch. I know a lot of your viewers followed that trial. It was an admission, a confession by acquiescence, by silence. She was chuckling. Instead, she was justifying. When he said, "You murdered my younger siblings," she didn't deny it. She said, well, they know what happened. They know why, so it was more a justification. So it's not really looking good, Natasha.
Interesting. So, and as you say, in the Alec Murdaugh trial, that cell phone video taken by Murdaugh's son placed Alec at the scene of the crime, helping to convict him in that moment. So you believe that recorded phone call was the same sort of smoking gun type of evidence in this case?
I do. I think it's absolutely smoking gun. In addition to, we've got other bad facts. We've got, unlike Murdaugh, where we had this weird, perplexing motive under the guise of motive, these financial crimes that were prior bad acts coming in. Here we have the Arizona killing of Charles, her ex-husband, on the same charge. So we have a conspiracy to murder and murder in Arizona. And so that ruling to admit that evidence where it's more probative than any prejudice that it might have I think was a correct ruling by this judge. And so that is also something that is going to, I think, be really hard for her team to overcome.
Yeah, and Lori Vallow's cousin, as we mentioned, spoke with NewsNation's Ashley Banfield on Friday night. Let's listen quickly to what she said about the search for Vallow's children when they first went missing.
For myself, for my own mental health, I really had to just come to terms with the fact that I was not optimistic about the children being found alive, and had to sort of process through that grief myself. And then once they were actually found, I completely turned everything off from that time until just a couple of weeks before the trial.
We are starting to hear from people connected with Vallow, but we're also hearing really gripping testimony on the stand this last week. Melanie Gibb, an ex-friend of Lori Vallow, took the stand on Thursday, testified that Vallow spoke of wanting family members dead. How impactful was the testimony that the jury heard this past week?
Yeah, I think Melanie and Zulema were horrible witnesses for the defense. And again, there's a lot of death. There's a lot of, admittedly, she wanted family members dead, but there's also a lot of beliefs as to why she should kill people, why they need to be dead. And I also want to say that she lied specifically about her kids. When she's asked about where JJ is, she lied. She lied about her 16-year-old Tylee being at BYU. That's really easy to negate and disprove. And so lying is evidence of consciousness of guilt. So you've got all the lies, and then you've got her sort of confession on the phone with her son Colby. It's really starting to look like an insurmountable mountain of evidence pointing to guilt.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.